Who has it better? What do you guys think? Who has it better? The person that has the flexibility now, but may not be making enough, or the person that has that W-2 income, making the good money, has the pension, has the 401k, and the ability to invest to the 401k, the ability to invest to a Roth IRA. It feels like the American dream is to work for 30 years, work for 40 years, get that good, stable job, and then retire. And of course, on your way towards retirement, you're putting a lot of money away so you can retire and enjoy your life. And you're taking some vacations, maybe able to travel 2 or 3 times a year. But really, you have to be at work every single day like clockwork. Like, no matter how much you're saving, no matter how much you're spending, you got to go to work every single day. So me personally, I have a great job. I have a very stable, cushy job. It's almost like golden handcuffs, but I don't make that much money. But it's almost like I have to be there so I can enjoy my life. I have to be there so I can go on my 1 week or my 2 week vacation. And I really don't have that flexibility to go anywhere else, but I have the ability to invest into my 401k. I have the ability to get a pension and then actually enjoy that pension when I retire at 50, because that's when I'm able to retire with my job that I have right now. I'll be able to retire at 50 with the pension, the 401k, all of it set up, and I should be good and able to live off that. But I don't have the flexibility to actually do what I want to do, to go where I want to go, to have this flexible schedule of just getting up and going somewhere. But I sacrifice that because I have this stability, but I have to be at this job every day. So where I'm getting at with this is, there's a guy on TikTok, right? It's this guy on TikTok, and it's hard to look at social media because it's like, dang, is this really how their life is? It's the kind of life that I would not mind having. So this guy on social media, he lives in LA with his family, him, his wife or girlfriend, and their little baby. It seemed like they have like a studio apartment, like it might be in a garage. That's how it seems. It seems like there are studio apartments in a garage. So they do DoorDash as their main hustle, and then they also do social media and posting on Instagram and TikTok, because you want to just take advantage of both platforms, especially if it's that vertical format, short kind of format. Post on that, and he has like 150,000 on Instagram, maybe 300 or 500. I don't know how much he has on TikTok. Basically, he just posts a day in his life. Day in his life of him going on a 4-hour trip or however much he made during the day doing DoorDash, because him and his girlfriend do it. And they ride mopeds doing DoorDash. And it's like, whoa, my job is nothing compared to that. It's nothing like that. And it's like, wow. They're making a living doing DoorDash and then social media on the side, and everything that comes with social media, whether that's donations, AdSense, or I assume they make money from TikTok. And I might have a guaranteed future if I continue to work this job, which I'm going to continue to work this job. I plan on retiring with this job. But if I continue to work this job, I'm going to have a secured future. I'm going to have a 401k. I'm going to have my pension, and I'll be able to retire at 50, which I am completely fine with. But there's a flip side to that where it's like, wow, this person, it looks like they're living a great life. And honestly, it's a life that I would love to have. So what's going on in their life right now, and it's all social media. It's hard to kind of compare yourself to social media. It's hard to not compare yourself to social media because you see it all over the place. So they bought a house in Michigan. They bought like a $74,000 house in Michigan. They got some donations from it, from, their followers, TikTok content, whatever they pay for it. They say they pay for it in cash. It's very cheap out there in Michigan. They're going to go there for like the summer. So they're going to kind of be snowbirds. So they're going to be in Michigan for the summer, and then they're going to go back to LA to work and hustle. I believe they still have their studio apartment in LA, but then they also have this house in Michigan. And even while they're here with a paid off house, they can still do DoorDash. They can still do social media and then keep their expenses low. And they have so much more freedom than I do. I don't know if I make more money or not than them with my main job, but I have the pension, I have the 401k, and they don't have that. So to me, it's like, dang, who really has it better? I don't know their situation completely. Don't compare yourself to social media. Don't compare yourself to social media. But who has it better? The person that has the 401k, the person that has the pension, they have the good salary job, they get the vacations paid, or is it the person that has that time freedom? And they're very modest in everything they have. They have a very old Toyota Camry. I'm telling you, they're doing DoorDash on mopeds, and they live in like a studio apartment in LA. It don't seem like it's the best area. Like it looks very modest. They're not living no luxury lifestyle. I'm kind of doing that here. I'm doing that where I'm at. I have the house hack in not the best neighborhood, but it's a good neighborhood for me. I have the old 2002 Toyota Camry. I keep my expenses pretty low, and I do have extra money to put into traveling. I do have extra money at the end of the month for saving and investing. And I put more than 25% of my income towards investing and saving, but I don't have that time freedom. And I think that's something I've been really wanting more now, especially having a kid, that time freedom. You know, every day I work to think of some kind of business, kind of conjure up some ideas of how I can gain that time freedom and maybe eventually leave the 9-to-5. But I don't know if I would really leave the 9-to-5 because it is so safe. I guess that's the conversation. What's better, having that time freedom or having that guaranteed future? You know, you have that more guaranteed future with your plus job, but with that time freedom, you're actually hustling, that hustle culture, doing that gig work, doing social media, because social media is a very valid income source right now, especially on this time. It's all about that time freedom. It's all about that time freedom. And I'm in the situation where I'm like, wow, like again, that seems like a pretty good life. Go be a gig worker, go do some DoorDash, go do some Uber Eats, be able to post on social media kind of in a full-time sense of what I'm doing, like just literally just filming yourself, and then you have more time to edit, you have more time to create, because you don't have to be at that 9-to-5 for 40 hours a week. What do you guys think about that? I want to know what you guys think about that. I don't know. It's like being in the middle class trap, because you have to work to kind of afford the lifestyle that you're doing. You're stuck to this 40-hour a week job. I'm definitely not saying I'm going to quit my job, but I'm just saying, what does freedom mean? I look at this Instagram, I'm like, wow, you know, they're not living an extravagant lifestyle. Just 3 of them. They go to McDonald's, do the simple stuff. And like I said, social media is hard to really judge someone or to really see how someone's living on social media. But this lifestyle just seemed like it's pretty nice. Like, imagine just being able to go somewhere for 3 months and then go back to your stomping grounds and then go somewhere else for 3 months, to have that freedom of time. And I'm saving so I can have that freedom, you know, 21 years from now. But they're doing it right now. A lot of people are doing it right now. So, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to quit. I'm definitely not going to quit. But it's interesting to think about who really has it better. The person that may not be making that crazy income, but they're also keeping their expenses low, and they're making enough income to have that time freedom where they don't have to work 8 hours a day. But they can take longer vacations because I guess they're bringing their work on the road because of that social media. It's just an interesting topic that I was thinking about lately, and just seeing, you know, that person's social media or other people's social medias. And like, you know, this guy is really just him and his girlfriend door dashing and doing social media. Not sure how much they're making, but who has it better? What do you guys think? Who has it better? The person that has the flexibility now, but may not be making enough, may not make a lot of money, but has the flexibility to kind of do what they want, to kind of travel from 2 different locations for a longer period of time. The person that has security, or the person working the gig work, you know, the gig culture, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the video. It's just something that's been on my mind. So I'll see you guys in the next video.